For so many of us, the number one financial goal is pretty simple: grow our net worth. But let's be real, there's a huge gap between wanting it and actually doing it. Well, today we are closing that gap. We're going to break down a complete game plan to build your net worth and do it fast. So let's get right into it. So, how do you really do it? I mean, is the secret just earning more, or spending less, or investing smarter? The truth is, it's kind of all of those things. But here's the thing, they don't work in a vacuum. The real secret, the thing that ties it all together, is having a system. I want you to think of building wealth like a game. Seriously. And to win any game, you can't just be good at one thing, right? You need a complete strategy. And that strategy has three core parts: a powerful offense to bring the money in, a rock-solid defense to protect what you have, and an automated system that just runs in the background, making sure you stay on track no matter what. All right, so let's kick things off with part one, playing financial offense. This is all about the fun stuff, aggressively and strategically cranking up your income. The investor Naval Ravikant just nails it with this quote: "You're not going to get rich renting out your time. You have to own a piece of a business." This right here, this gets to the absolute heart of financial offense. The goal is to stop trading your hours directly for dollars. Okay, so let's break this down. On one side, you've got traditional jobs. Yeah, even the high-paying ones, like doctors or lawyers, where your income is ultimately capped by the number of hours in a day. But on the other side, you've got income that's tied to results. Think about a realtor. The actual work to sell $1 million house might be pretty similar to selling a $3 million house. But that commission check? Whoa, it's vastly different. That is the power of disconnecting your earnings from your time. Now, another huge offensive play is to develop a high-value skill. This is all about making your time so valuable that people will pay a premium for it. We've seen people literally double their income by learning data analytics, or build these incredible side hustles with skills like video editing or digital marketing. The key is to find something that's in super high demand and has a direct path to higher earnings. That's how you play offense. But look, a killer offense is totally useless without a solid defense. And that brings us to part two, playing financial defense. This is all about protecting the wealth you're building and stopping all those unnecessary leaks. Here's a super simple but incredibly effective defensive tactic: the 1% rule. If your net worth is, let's say, $20,000, you should seriously hit the pause button and think before making any non-essential purchase over $200. This rule is absolutely crucial in the early stages when you're trying to build that initial momentum. And here's why that simple little rule is so powerful. Let's stick with that $20,000 net worth. You spend just 1%, that's $200 on random stuff every month. It doesn't sound like much, right? But what's the real cost? Well, if you had invested that $200 every single month instead, over 40 years with average market returns, it could have grown to, get this, a staggering $671,474. That's the true cost of those small leaks. It's the magic of compounding working against you instead of for you. The biggest threat to your defense, bar none, is lifestyle inflation. It's that natural pull to let your spending rise right alongside your income. The goal here is to consciously keep your spending from rising as fast as your income. You want to widen the gap between the two, because that gap, that's where wealth is actually built. Controlling this lifestyle velocity is one of the most important defensive moves you can possibly make. Now, here's a defensive strategy that also plays offense: negotiation. Just how powerful is it? Well, a single successful negotiation for a $5,000 salary increase early in your career could be worth $59,000 over the long run. That's because all your future raises will be based on that higher number. Think about that. One slightly uncomfortable conversation can literally change your entire financial trajectory. And the best part is, negotiation isn't some magic talent you're born with. It's a skill you can learn. This simple 3-step framework works for everything: your salary, your car insurance, your cable bill, you name it. Mastering this one skill is one of the highest return investments you can ever make in yourself. Okay, so we've got our offense, we've got our defense. Now for part three, building the system that makes it all work effortlessly. This is where you create the automated rules that pretty much guarantee your success. You know why most people fail at their financial goals? They rely on willpower. And willpower is exhaustible. The secret is to take willpower completely out of the equation. Automate everything.
When your paycheck hits your account, have it automatically sliced up and sent to your bills, your savings, and your investments before you even wake up and see it. The psychology is so simple. You can't spend what you don't see.
So, what do you do when you get some unexpected money, like a bonus or a tax refund? Easy. You use the 90-10 rule. It's a brilliant, realistic compromise. You take 10% and you go have fun right now, totally guilt-free. But the other 90%, that goes straight to your investments to work for your future self.
And you might be thinking, does this simple rule really make a difference? Oh yeah, absolutely. Imagine you get a $3,000 tax refund every year. If you invest 90% of it, that's $2,700 over 20 years, that one simple repeatable action could add an extra $133,000 to your net worth. That is a massive win from one small, consistent decision.
Another crucial part of your system is being smart about taxes. This isn't about earning more, it's about keeping more of what you earn. The goal is to use every tool you have to shelter your money from taxes so it can compound faster. That means maxing out accounts like your 401k and IRA and using strategies like tax loss harvesting in your regular investment accounts. It's a fundamental piece of any smart wealth system. You know, a really simple but profound part of your system is just tracking your progress. It's kind of wild, but a study from Credit Karma found that 2/3 of Americans don't even track their net worth. But there's that old saying, what gets measured gets managed. Just the simple act of checking in on your net worth once a quarter keeps it top of mind, and it naturally encourages you to make better decisions. Ultimately, the operating system for this entire wealth plan is your own knowledge. Seriously, investing in your financial education has a nearly infinite return, because learning just one key concept can lead to a lifetime of better decisions. Each piece of knowledge builds on the last, compounding your wisdom and, well, your wealth. So as we've seen, building your net worth fast isn't about some secret trick or a hot stock tip. It's about having a game plan. It's about playing smart offense to boost your income, disciplined defense to protect what you have, and building a system that makes good decisions the default. At the end of the day, people who build wealth are simply the ones who consistently make better decisions with the money they have. So that brings us to the final and most important question. Looking at everything we've covered, the 1% rule, automating your investments, developing a new skill, what is the one strategy you are going to put into action starting today? Because a plan is only powerful when you actually use it.